Good morning, it's AJ, and it's been a while since I've done an update. It's kind of like a jungle back here right now with all the rain we've been getting, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up with the lawnmower and weed whacker, and I'll give you a tour. Stay tuned. All right, so we have all of the kind of the lawn taken care of. You probably just saw a time lapse there of me doing that. One little note, it's pretty buggy out here right now, so I use this thing. It's probably made in China, but I learned about them in Japan. It's one of those like little mosquito coils that you can light up, but you can put this thing in this little holder and then kind of keep it on your belt, or in my case, I was just keeping it on top of the lawnmower, and it kind of keeps the mosquitoes away. So right now, things have been pretty bad here in Texas with the bugs, so I'm just gonna kind of walk around. So if you see smoke in the background, I'm not on fire. Yeah, it's just that. Anyway, let's go ahead and walk around, kind of see what's going on. Stay tuned. All right, so we'll start with the asparagus this time. I came out here the other day. I trimmed up a bunch of asparagus. You can kind of see some of the old stuff laying on the ground there. It's been popping up pretty good. It's been a few days since I've been back out here, so some of it grows so fast, like this one here, that it's already past the point of harvesting. So I'll probably cut another one of the ones down. And then buried in here underneath all this sweet potato vine, I have a few more shoots kind of popping up. So I definitely need to come back out here, kind of trim that up. Apple trees, this one and the one over there, are still growing a little bit slow. You can see some new growth here down there, and the same thing on the other side where you see kind of like the bright green leaves. That's some of the newer growth. Cucumbers by far have been my biggest producer. If I go down the line here, you'll see nothing but cucumbers kind of all over the place. So we're getting 10 to 15 cucumbers a day almost. Peach tree, I came out here the other day. Peach trees like to have like kind of a nice open center there. So I came in here probably a little late in the season to do that, but kind of trimmed everything back. I've had small peaches produced on this tree, but nothing substantial. And before I move around, I wanted to show you one little maybe trick or hack that I do. So as I come over here, you'll see this little plant. Some of you might be able to guess what that is. If you do, go ahead and drop a comment down below. But what that is, for those who don't know, is an avocado plant. So what I do is after we have avocados, I generally just come out here and bury the pits anywhere in my garden. And then if they grow, I'll know because they'll shoot up this little tree here. And then when I'm ready, I'll just transfer it to a pot. So it's a real easy way. You don't have to do that thing with the toothpicks in the water. I just drop it here in the garden. If it pops up, I'll just pull it out and then put it in a pot. So that's a little hack or a little trick for some avocados if you're interested. And as we move down the line here, I mentioned in some previous videos that the tomatoes stopped growing when the heat kicked in here. So hopefully they'll pop back because I still have some flowers and whatnot on there, as you can see. Actually, I do see tomatoes. So if you just kind of let them go, they'll come back a little bit later in the season. The plum tree that I have here is ridiculous. I got that tree a year and a half ago maybe, and it was about 2 feet tall. Now it's about 10 to 15 feet tall. So pretty impressive. No fruit yet, and I'll trim it back in the fall time when everything kind of dies back. So we'll see how that goes. I've been getting a pretty decent harvest of peppers. So these are just regular old green peppers. Actually, they'll turn red. You can kind of see that one starting to turn there a little bit. So these take a little while to get established, but now that I have them, I can see at least 10, 15 peppers on those. The squash plants behind it have kind of died back a bit. Some of them are still flowering out. You can see the ones over there still flowering out. Something ate one of the ones over there. Then back over here I have, this is a mess. This is more tomato plants, more eggplant. As you can see, the sea of green, that's all sweet potato vines. So if you let it go, it'll just kind of go crazy. And this kind of keeps, I use it more of a shade for the garden than anything really. So it's been doing a pretty good job of that. Watermelon wise, I did harvest one of these watermelons the other day, but it was still a little bit too early to harvest. So I'm letting them go a little bit longer. I had something come over here and get another one of mine, the one right there. So that one's a goner. But maybe another couple days or so, I'll grab that. What else do I have in here? I think I had some more. Yeah, I got some more peppers in there. This is actually, I mentioned this in a previous video, but that's actually a shishito pepper from HEB, but it's not a shishito pepper. I think it was mislabeled because it's super spicy. And nobody in the family will eat it. Okay, so as I move along the line here, what do we got going on? I got more cucumbers. I got cucumbers, coming out the wazoo around here. They're all over the place. I also have my Satsuma orange tree right there. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know the tree died back in a freeze way back when, but it's starting to sprout back out below the graft union, which means it's not going to be the same tree, but the rootstock is good. So I'm going to let that do its thing and grow up, and then graft into it sometime in the future. A lot of people ask me about the sugar cane that I have back here in the corner. It's doing its thing. It was growing pretty vigorously, and then once the heat really came in, it slowed down a bit. I do water the garden every night, and this gets a little bit, but I'll put a little bit of supplemental, I'll put a little bit of supplemental water in there every once in a while, just to give it a little bit of a kind of a kickstart. The fig tree here has been doing really, really good. As I zoom in here a little bit, you'll see there's figs all over the place. The problem with this is I don't know what to do with figs. So if you have some comments or some suggestions or whatnot, let me know, because I'd like to eat them, but I'm not 100% sure when to pick them and how to prepare them. I only ate fig Newtons growing up as a kid, so if you got good advice, go ahead, let me know. The pomegranate trees, I haven't seen any flowers come out yet. I should be expecting to see some red flowers popping out here fairly soon. So hopefully when that comes out, we'll know we'll have some pomegranates coming in. The red banana's going nuts. So this is again, I bought that. It was maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall when I originally put it in the ground. Now it goes crazy, and it dies back every year, but I like the way it looks. It's pretty ornamental, so that's pretty nice. Then as I go down the line there, you can see the mulberry trees. They're doing pretty good. I also have this little flower, again, I bought from HEB, that I just stuck in the ground. I got it on discount, but it adds a little bit of color to the garden, so I've been pretty happy about that. And then as I make my way around the rest, not a whole lot else to talk about. I have kind of volunteer stuff growing up all over the place. I got a little bit of like Thomas Jefferson tomatoes in some areas that have a little less sun are doing a little bit better. But that's about it right now. The herbs over here are doing really, really well. And my other shishito pepper plants, I have one there and I have one there, are really starting to produce now. But again, they're super hot. So anyway, that's all I really got for the garden for this month. I think we're in August already. I try to come out here on Sunday mornings because it's the quietest. There's a street right behind me, but hopefully you could hear, hopefully you got a little bit of information. If you're in San Antonio or the Texas area and you're wondering what you can grow, I kind of just share what I have growing and what's working for me and what's not working. So stay tuned. I'll have another update in about a month.